Once upon a time there was a magical clan of warrior cupcakes. These cupcakes, while small in stature, were known for their big egos. For many generations they were satisfied with their natural attire. But then they heard about their neighbors, who had banded together to become a great crocodile. This mighty appearance frightened their foes in battle more than the warrior spirit of the naked clan of cupcakes. So the wisest among them, Gordicus and Megatron, decided that they also needed to make a change in the clan to become better than all the rest. Megatron asked the clan,
"Who can we draw inspiration from?"
One cupcake, pausing his game of seaweed, immediately cried out,
"Oh my God, Bradley Cooper!"
Megatron laughed a little at the suggestion, but Gordicus gave a look that told all the other cupcakes that no such proposal would be tolerated. Another cupcake, putting down a quartz cuvette, stepped forward and proclaimed,
"I shall take on this quest myself. I can do it all by myself. I will be a hero of our people."
This proclamation was met by many sighs of exasperation, though Gordicus said kindly,
"We'll take your offer into consideration."
Two cupcakes conferred. "You know, he's kind of a jerk." The other cupcake finished her thoughts.
"And if he's not here, then he can't call us names and strut around pretentiously."
The first cupcake immediately shouted out, "I second this motion!" And so it was decided that Turi the Jerk Cupcake would go on a mission to find the new identity of the clan. Soon after the meeting, when night fell, Turi departed on his quest. He had never ventured far from his village, and so was surprised by all the new sights he came upon. It was not long before he discerned in the darkness 3 massive forms. Upon approaching, he discovered that they were the Pillars of Doom he had heard about in fairy tales told to him as a wee lad. Turi, not known for his courage, became very scared, and so decided to skirt the pillars. Then suddenly he thought he heard a faint noise from the pillars, and, terrified for his life, decided to hide. But as he had left his cape of power and invisibility back at the village, he was forced to resort to simple camouflage technique. Turi held very still until daybreak. In the light of the sun, he discovered that what he thought were terrifying pillars were actually simple rock formations. He set off once more, in search of someone who could help him. After a long trek along a winding path, a few Starbucks pit stops, and a number of pleas for directions to the nearest wise figure, Turi made it to the home of the wise elephant.
"Oh, wise elephant, I have come in search of identity for my clan."
Turi, what you seek can only be found with the help of the goddess of wisdom. Seek her guidance, or you will fail in your quest and forever remain mortal and envious of your reptilian neighbors.
Turi left the wise elephant slightly dejected. He was so disappointed that he did not watch where he was going, and tripped and fell into a large pool of mud. His face covered in mud, he sat in the pool, looked at the sky, and cried,
"Oh, goddess of wisdom, please help me with my quest."
Suddenly and surprisingly, a great form appeared to him.
"Turi, I know what you seek and how to find it. What you must do is gain a head to give you direction and a tail so as not to repeat the mistakes of your past. I will grant you and your clan what you seek, because I am benevolent and kind and not a gun-carrying witch."
All of a sudden, Turi felt the light and love of the goddess and realized he had grown a head. Looking around, he saw the world in a new and glorious light. Elated, he whipped his head from side to side and watched as his tail grew before his eyes. Delighted, he galloped quickly back to his village to share the steps for gaining their identity.
"First, you must fall into the mud to learn humility,"
he said. Next he summoned the will of the goddess of wisdom, and the village of cupcakes all magically grew heads, and then tails. The cupcakes looked around and rejoiced. "Turi, you're our hero!" they all cried. Turi grinned happily and allowed himself to be showered in praise, but deep in his heart he knew that without the help of the goddess of wisdom, he would not be anything more than a mud-covered cupcake.